The Pentax K20D is the much-awaited replacement of the K10D, boasting a 14.6 million pixel CMOS sensor, live view and a dust removal with the new dust alert system. Hi, I'm Matt Grayson for eVotazine.tv. The exterior of the camera is no different to the K10D with the exception of the slightly larger 2.7-inch LCD screen. Internal changes include a larger 14.6 million pixel CMOS sensor, which has been made in collaboration with Samsung. This is a change for Pentax as the K10D employs a CCD. Pentax say that the CMOS is more robust, so will fit better with the weatherproof sealing and anti-dust features. Most DSLRs are including some kind of live view system and the K20D is no exception. It's accessed by switching the power switch round to the aperture icon. The camera will autofocus in live view despite what some other websites may tell you. Now this is done by pressing the AF button on the back. The mirror will clunk up, focus and come back down when you release the button. It's fairly primitive and it will only come down when you release the AF button whether it's focused or not. Dust reduction has become more of an issue for photographers, especially as we're all told not to really touch the sensor if we can avoid it. So as well as having the SP coating, Pentax have added a dust repellent coating on the low pass filter and a new dust alert feature. Now this will scan the sensor and show you on the monitor where any dust is so you can shake it if necessary. It also saves a copy of the scan onto your memory card in a folder called Dust. On the full written review on eVotazine.com, I reported a slight sloping on the sensor, and that can be found on earlier models such as the K10D and the ISD. It wasn't corrected on the early model of the K20D that I tested in Dubai, but after reporting it, I received word that mass production models would have this issue corrected, and they have. This is groundbreaking news for eVotazine and confirms our policy of helping the photographer and shows that manufacturers will listen to us. The K20D has been fitted with a 14-bit ADC converter, which is a step down from the 22-bit converter which is found on its predecessor. Pentax product planning manager Yasuyuki Mikawa gave the simple reply that the camera only converts at 12-bit, so it seemed pointless having a higher converter fitted. We're now going to go over to St Luke's Church where I tested the K20D out in the field, and we're going to get photographs of the architecture that you can see there. Okay, so here at St Luke's of Shire Oaks in Rhodesia, small church just outside Worksop. We're going to be taking a look at some of the architecture and see if we can get some nice shots with the K20D here. Okay, one of the good things about the St Luke's Church here is that they've got lovely little gargoyles on, and there's one just up on the top of the church there, as well as a small tower just on the inside, just below it, sorry, and the concave here as well. So what we're going to do is going to shoot from here, quite a low angle, shooting up to get the sky in the background as well. We're going to have to look out for these trees overhanging, make sure we don't get those in the frame. So I'll just give that a go now. Okay, that's good. We did get some branches in, but we can get those out with Photoshop later on. What we've got here is a great illustration of the Gothic architecture. Got this little tiny door just here, which is obviously used when the church was first built. People were much more smaller in those days, and it's built into the smaller tower that we were taking pictures of earlier on. So I think we're going to get one of that. I'm going to try and not include the drain pipe, the modern day drain pipe, which means I may be shooting in portrait, but we'll have a go either way, and we'll also include some of this brickwork and try and get in the old window that's just next to it as well. I can't quite get low enough for the angle and shot that I want to get, so I'm going to use a tripod, get a lot lower to the ground and incorporate the live view of the K20D so we can get much lower without me having to get sprawling all over the floor and ruin my nice new shirt. Okay, so I've got the tripod set up on the ground. As you can see, it's really nice and low now. We're going to use this path as a sweeping lines to come bring us into the image, and then we've got the door obviously at the end, the small window just to the side of it as well. Hopefully we'll be missing the drain pipes. I don't think we will though on this shot. I want to get it, I've had to put it wide angle to make sure they get the top of the window, but we can easily crop it again later on in editing when we get back to the computer. I'm going to do these gravestones next. Normally it's frowned upon to photograph gravestones, but these are relatively old, so we don't have to worry about getting a name in, things like that. What we're going to do is use them as they are, looking quite old, dilapidated, falling over. We're going to get the hall in the background as well, and in Photoshop later on, we're going to give it kind of like a darker, eerie feeling, like a ghostly effect. Okay, so we've taken pictures of St Luke's, we've walked all the way around the church, got lots of interesting stuff. I'm going to go back to the computer now, load the images in and see what we can get. Other features involved in the K20D include the shake reduction's maximum capability being increased to 4 EV steps, a pixel mapping feature which finds dead pixels and removes them using interpolation, and the ability to adjust the focal plane to solve front and back focus problems. So if you're looking for a new digital SLR to upgrade to, or you're making the leap from film and you have a host of old Pentax lenses, then the K20D will accept them.